What's up, everyone? AJ Legend here, back with another review, and this time I'm going to be taking a look at The Shape of Water. I'm going to make this review as fast as I possibly can, giving my quick thoughts on this thing. Okay, overall, this movie is beautiful. This is a beautifully done film. Guillermo del Toro is a very talented director. I like his style of directing. He brings those old school sensibilities, and he mixes them very well with the new school sensibilities. And when you take those old and new concepts put together, you get a visual masterpiece like The Shape of Water. I've always been a sucker for period pieces, and I like this movie. I like the early 60s aesthetic that this movie has, down from its wardrobes, its production designs. It all looks top notch, all looks fantastic. I like the sets, they're all practical and they look beautiful. Del Toro really captured that 60s era to a T with his directing style, and the cinematography in this movie is beautiful. This movie is beautifully lit, and the lighting just further enhances the production design of this film. It's a visual masterpiece to look at. The acting is all top-notch. Sally Hawkins plays this mute girl named Eliza, who can communicate through sign language. She's not deaf, she's just mute. And she does and Sally Hawkins, I've always seen her in Godzilla, and she didn't really do much in that movie, but in this movie, she did a really good job at playing the character of Eliza. I give her a lot of credit, because she pretty much, the entire movie she says not one bit of dialogue, and she held her own, and I give her a lot of credit. A lot of actors can't pull that off, and she did a top-notch job. We have Octavia Spencer, who plays her friend Zelda, and Octavia Spencer was great in this. It was a good movie too. She was very funny, and I like the camaraderie between her and Eliza. I really buy them as being longtime friends. Richard Jenkins plays Eliza's best friend, named Giles, who's also a gay man, though that does not play into the plot of the film, but it's pretty obvious that he's gay due to a scene. But it's obvious that he's gay because he tries to hit on a guy at a restaurant, and the guy pretty much shuns at him. Now the character of Giles being gay, like I said, is not playing to the movie at all, and you didn't really need to give him something like that if you're not going to play off of it. However, to the film's credit, it did play into this concept that I saw throughout the movie, how Eliza is an outsider because of her handicap. Giles, Richard Jenkins, he's an outsider because of, his sexual orientation, and the creature is an outsider because he's a misunderstood creature. They think the creature's a wild animal when he's much more than that. As the movie goes on, you find out there's much more that the creature, he is able to communicate with. He's able to communicate with the humans. And I was going to save the creature for last, but since I brought it up, I'm just going to go right into it. Doug Jones as the creature did a phenomenal job. If you watch The Shape of Water and you watch the creature from the Black Lagoon, they're very, very similar in a way. Almost too similar. One can almost say that this movie should have been called The Creature from the Black Lagoon, because a lot of it, this movie is heavily influenced by The Creature from the Black Lagoon in terms of like this love story it was trying to tell with Eliza and the amphibian man. Doug Jones is a underrated creature actor. He is fantastic in the role. He gives the creature an exotic presence to it. He gives him a ferociousness to it. He also gives it a kindness to it. I love the chemistry with Sally Hawkins as well. I really buy the relationship and budding romance between Eliza and the creature, and the whole look and makeup design of the creature is fantastic. It looks phenomenal. Practical effects to a T, and it looks beautiful. Like I said, if you put the amphibian man and the gill man side by side, this is pretty much an updated version of the gill man, and it looks fantastic. Beautifully done. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You got Michael Stahlberg in this movie also. He plays like a Russian scientist. And I actually really, really like Stahlberg's character. He played a character called Dmitri, who was undercover as an American called Dr. Hochsetter. If I said, whatever, Hofsetter, whatever the fuck his name is, I don't know. And I like his character too. And I like how the movie does not demonize him because he's a Russian spy. You actually feel sympathy for this man because he is not evil. He actually Michael Shannon's character is under orders to kill the creature, but Michael Stolberg's character wants to preserve the creature, because it's a scientific discovery, and he doesn't want to kill a scientific discovery. He wants to see how this creature lives, and study it and preserve it, because it's a rare discovery. Why would you want to kill a rare discovery? And I like how Stolberg's character and Eliza, they work together to extract, to take the creature out of the laboratory, and try to save it. And I like his character a whole lot. I wish he had a little bit more to do, but I would have done a little bit more things with his character. But what I saw in the movie, it was fine. I liked the relationship. I liked the mutual, partnership he and Eliza had. I like the antagonistic relationship he has with Michael Shannon. And speaking of Michael Shannon in this movie is great. Michael Shannon plays a great villain. He comes across as such like this eerie, sadistic, almost kind of a dick of a person. Who, like, if you see him, like if you see this guy next to you, you'll be intimidated right away. He just has that intimidating presence to him. He has that dick quality to him. And when the shit goes down, he goes on, and then especially at the end of the movie, he breaks into Octavia Spencer's house, threatens her and her husband trying to find Eliza. He kills Dimitri. He almost kills Giles, the creature, and Eliza, until the creature gets that kill shot in there at the end, saving Eliza and getting revenge, of course. So yeah. So, overall, The Shape of Water is a phenomenal movie. Deserves, Benicio del Toro earned his Best Director's Award. He earned it. And now this movie also won for Best Picture. I don't think I'd go as far as giving it a Best Picture award, but a Best Director award, I can't really argue that, because Del Toro made a beautiful looking movie. So at the end of the day, I'm going to give The Shape of Water a solid 9 out of 10. It's a visual masterpiece to look at. It has a nice flow to it in terms of its pacing. I like most of the characters. I do got a little bit of issues with it, particularly with the whole with making the character of Giles gay and not really doing anything with it. Like, if you're gonna go that way, then actually go that way. Actually give me more than just one scene of him facing, that kind of prejudice. But I take points off of that, because to me, you're just saying, oh, we got a gay character like our movie. Instead of actually organically putting that gay character into that movie. Now, I don't have a problem with that, but if you're just going to throw it in there, just to throw it in there, to me, you're not being socially relevant. You're just pandering to a certain demographic of people. No, those are my thoughts. That's how I view it. But anyway, in terms of the acting, its production value and direction and cinematography, 9 out of 10. If you have not seen The Shape of Water, you're missing out on a true visual marvel. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.